space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the starship Enterprise. Its 5-year mission, to explore strange new worlds, to seek out new life and new civilization, to boldly go where no man has gone before.
Hi and welcome back. It's that lovely time when it's time for a new project, and this time I'm going to be doing the Revell Star Trek TOS Enterprise in 1:600 scale. Going to be 48 centimeters long when it's finished. You recall the last kit I did was a Revell kit, and I wasn't massively happy, so let's have a look what we get now. So this is from 2011. This kit came out, where the Kazon Raider was 1995. So first look, the plastic already seems a much better quality. So lots of parts. Good quality instruction manual. It's in all the parts on the trees, which will make things easy. Suggested paint scheme. Looks like they're much clearer instructions to follow. If we look back, this is what I got for the Kazon Raiders instructions. And that was it, really. Nothing to them at all. So already looks a hell of a lot better. Some nice bright decals. And these at first glance look of a much better quality as well. So everything's looking good here. Something I can notice straight away, get this bag open, is the stand. And if you recall, we've never used the Kazon's stand. That's what you used to get in a Revell kit for a Star Trek model, and this is a new improvement, much better. Looks like it's going to be wide enough to put wires through. Whether or not I'll actually use it as it is, we'll have to wait and see. I'm going to get a deeper look into these parts, possibly just fix some of them together so we can have a better look and look at what we plan on doing with the model. So I'll get some of them joined up and get back to you. Right, so I've got a few pieces stuck together. Start with the stand. As we can see, it's got quite a bit of thickness, so there'll be plenty of room to run wires through it. But I'm not sure if I want to go with that or stick to metal tubing. Possibly, a bit like how we did on the last one, if we get 2 videotapes. I'm hoping, we'd need 3 videotapes, but even with 3 videotapes stuck together, go like that for a base. We'd have room for our control panel there using our switches that we did last time, so that could be an idea. And then a metal pole coming out. The main engineering hull, as you can see, which is really nice. All the windows are already cast in the moulding, so this model is made for lighting. It's spruce. Plenty of room inside. Probably do it with an LED strip running down. We know that lights up There should be some lights at the back of the shuttle bay, so I'll probably have to cut that little piece out and get a clear piece of styrene in there, or I'll figure it out anyway, but I definitely want to put them lights in there. There should also be 3 lights here which we will put in. Down here it's flashing strobe, so we'll have that going. The part that worries me is how I'm going to get the lights into the neck, because there's not a lot of room in there to light up these, especially without it being seen through. But I'll cross that if it's either little LEDs I put in there or a little bit of LED strip. I'm not sure. And the nacelle struts, so that fits in there. So 2 pieces extra, so there's plenty of room to run wires up through the nacelles. Enterprises have a nasty habit of drooping nacelle struts over time, so if I just trim a little bit of the plastic up there, I've already got in some brass tubing that will fit inside, and it'll add some stability to that, running right up into the nacelle itself. Then we get to the nacelles, and I'm going to be quite naughty with these. The original concept was the same as what we see all the time, where they'd be blue LEDs. So if I get quite close, you can see the marking on it, and I've been looking, and rodent meshing, basically for catching rodents, is pretty much the same size as that. So I'll probably be cutting that out. Strip of blue LEDs inside, bit of styrene to fill the gaps, then the rodent mesh over the top of it, painted in the whatever colour I go for the hull. So that'll be nice. So it should be that way. Got to motorise the dome inside, the same as what you see on the normally. Micro motors will fit in there quite easily. Also I have to work out how to do the LEDs, because it's a mixture of various colour LEDs plus the spinning motor that really gives the effect. Something you can't see it at this scale, but on larger versions there's indentations of front and back where LEDs should have been. They didn't have them on the original model, but you can actually see the indentations on the studio model. So I'm going to put the white strobe and the navigation light, the same as what you see on the saucer. So that's the lighting going on the nacelle. Then we get to the saucer. We'll have the red and green flashing strobes, the white strobes underneath at the same pace. I was thinking using an LED strip as a ring inside to light all these windows, but on close inspection some of them are more yellowy colour than a white, so I might have to play about with that. Maybe very thin coat of clear yellow over the front windows will actually give me that effect behind the white LEDs. Have to see. I'll play about with that. Obviously on the bridge there's also red lights on the side of the BC deck. At the side of the strobe lights there's an extra light, red and green light, that comes up of both, so they'll be done. These are already cut out, which is nice, but they're quite soft lighting. The sensor dome will be lit up, all these windows lit up, so it'll be quite nice. I'm not going to put it, oh, can we actually see it on here? No, you can't see the impulse deck. The impulse deck will be somewhere around here, so the impulse deck will be coloured red as well, so that'll come on. I'm not going to do all this just as on or off. I plan to program up my Arduino. I've been playing with these, so I've got quite adept at the Arduino. So Arduino powered will have the warp engines come on. We can do maybe a little startup routine, impulse engines separately. The lights on the nacelles and the strobes I will have on a separate circuit, so it'll be sort of the same as what you used to see in studio version, or at the flick of a switch they'll come on, so we can have them separately. As I'm using Arduino, I might also get a sound card programmed up through it, so I might add some sound effects into it, see how the programming goes. I've got to work out what supplies I need. After my last build, I have done a tidy up, been going through, so, but I need paints. Most of it's one colour, but well, you can't buy a colour that is the colour you want for the Enterprise. This plastic moulding actually isn't far off, because what you actually want is a very light grey with a hint of green. If you look at the Smithsonian restoration, that's roughly what colour it is. I don't think I'm off to do the weathering, because I like the idea of it looking pristine as opposed to a bit battered. Oh, Enterprise is too nice. I'm undecided on the grid lines. We do know that there were grid lines, but they weren't this pronounced. I don't like how deep they are, so I may have to smooth them off a little bit. In fact, quite a lot on both sides. Yeah, I don't think I like them, but I shall see how we go with that. Things will be done in much different order. I know I need to order LED strips, some sheet styrene, my motors, my rodent mesh. I've got most of the things already for the electronics. The only thing I've not actually got any of in is LED strips. Paints I need to sort out from scratch. I think there's very few in my stash apart from clear oranges, maybe clear yellows, clear greens in places. So it'll be a case of getting bit by bit, working out a computer program or working out an Arduino program, get this programmed. I've already got chips that I can, once I've got the sketch done on the Arduino, I can just reprint it to chips. They're only like £1 each, so if I need more terminals than what's on the Arduino, it's not a problem. I can program several chips to have everything going, which will be nice. But for now, I think that's it for my planning. Hope that was helpful and gives you an idea what I plan to do. But until next time, keep trekking and keep modelling. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.